So we're going to do a tarot reading for fun, and this is going to be a general reading for everyone, so no one feels left out. This looks like a pick a card, but it's not. I just put the crystals here for interest, and to make it look a little prettier and less flat right here. So let me tell you about what we're going to do today. So the first stack right here is going to be a reading on your career and finance. The second one, the second stack, group 2, is going to be about your love and relationships. The third one is going to be about spirituality. It's not about religion. It's not about woo-woo stuff and crystals. It's not about none of that. This is the most bomb pile ever, if you ask me. And if you don't watch any of the piles, watch this one. This one's awesome. It's not what you think, I promise you. And then the third one, which is your health and well-being. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into our reading. All right, guys, let's get into your career and financial reading. So I shuffled the cards earlier. These are the ones that popped out. And the first one that popped out kind of surprised me for a career and financial reading, and that is the Three of Swords. You would expect this in a love reading about heartbreak and healing, but not in a career and financial reading. So it's super interesting that this popped out, and I was so relieved that it popped out in reverse, because this is a good thing. If it had popped out like this, it would have been a totally different ball game here. So this is a good sign, okay? So what this talks about is when you get the Three of Swords in reverse, and this talks about you healing from a situation, okay? This can, and we'll go into the healing part first, but this is how we're going to apply it to career and business, okay? So when you get this card in reverse, it also talks about negative self-talk. And I think that when you're in career and business, whether you own your own business, whether you are in a business working for someone else, we all will experience negative self-talk from time to time. Now, this is about not listening to your negative self-talk. This is about taking those thoughts and flipping them on their head and replacing those thoughts with truer, more positive thoughts, okay? So, for example, you could say, I don't know if I have the energy to do this task today. You would just simply take that thought and say, yes, I do have the energy, and you would call it into existence, okay? Pretty much like that, because there are times when we're just self-critical, and there's some times where we just feel like we are limited in some way, that maybe it's a new task that your boss has put on you and you don't feel like you're qualified to do it. But you just have to know that that's just a limited way of thinking, and it's not the truth. You can learn anything. I'm living proof of that, honey. I got put into a situation at a place where I ended up having to manage the whole place and do things I had never done before, and it was scary, and I did have a little bit of limited beliefs and negative self-talk while I was there, and I just kept flipping them on their heads and saying, I can do this, I can learn this, I can learn that. And a lot of stuff I had to learn all by myself because I didn't have the proper training at that workplace. It was like, sit you down at a desk, tell you to do it, and figure it out. And that's what I had to do. And that place and that experience taught me that there's really nothing that I can't do. It's just my mind telling me that I'm not qualified or I can't do that. So just know that your thoughts create your reality. So if you're ever having any, pessimistic thoughts all the time, critical, speaking to yourself critical, tearing yourself down about something, just know that that is going to create your reality. And so it'll create how you actually feel about yourself, and then therefore you'll start acting that way. You'll start making more mistakes. You'll start believing those things, and you'll see it manifest in your reality. So be very careful with your thoughts right now at work and in business, okay? About anything that you're creating, and shift those thoughts when you see them going downhill, okay? But this card also talks about maybe something that has failed in business, like a failed project, or you made some mistakes on a task, or maybe a loss of a job, something like that. But you know how it can bruise your ego a little bit. And sometimes if it's your own business, it can leave you very heartbroken. And so you want to know that this card is telling you that things are getting better. You are probably healing from the situation. You're healing your bruised ego of, you know, the failed project, a failed idea, or a messed up task that caused a lot of issues in the office. But you're noticing yourself that you're doing better and that you're making less mistakes and things are getting better. Maybe you had put money into an investment and lost money, and now you're noticing that you're recovering, or maybe you lost some clients and some clientele. Or you don't have as many customers that you had before, and now you're noticing that your customers are coming back and you're building up your client base, and you're starting to see money come in now. That's what this card is saying. This is what's happening. You're going to start seeing more money come in. You're going to start seeing more people come in. You're going to start seeing things return to normal, okay? So this is something that happened in the past in business, as far as some sort of loss, letdown, failure that you're healing from and recovering from, okay? So that's what's going on there, okay? And maybe with the debt thing, this could be in finance, even your personal finances. Maybe you ended up like accruing a lot of debt, okay? And that's why you're in this mood of heartbreak and stuff. And you have to know that there are clouds in the back of this card, okay? You see those clouds and the rain clouds? Those rain clouds are not going to stay around forever. They are clearing, and that's what's happening right now. You can see that the clouds are dissipating and things are getting better. You've got money coming in, and now your finances, you're able to pay the debt down. You know, you're putting one step in front of the other, paying your debt down, and you're doing everything that you can do to get out of the situation, and that's awesome. But you know, don't be in a rush. Just know that these things take time, and just like healing takes time, recovering from financial loss in business takes time as well. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. And the next card you got was, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. See her up there standing? She's facing the right direction. And so are you, you know. Stop overthinking. You're on the right track. You're progressing forward, and there's no need to rush. You know, if a negative thought pops in your mind, you just switch it over to the more positive thought about your situation, and then you let it go. You know, and what you do is you just keep watering your garden, and you keep waiting for your seeds to pop up. You know, you keep chopping down at the debt. You know, and then you'll eventually get out of it, and you'll start seeing a little more financial stability in your life. Okay? All right. I have to keep my brain keeps trying to jump to different things. I've never done this type of spread before. I have to remember I'm doing career and finances. So I'm trying to turn this into what I normally do a lot of love reading. So now I'm having to like bring it back down and think about how to apply this to business and career. So when you are healing from financial loss and healing from, you know, ego bruising of a failed project or failed business or failed investment, you're going to have to ground yourself. So you got the Earth card yet next. So you're going to have to ground yourself, and this says learn how to be human in a world but not of it. So this is, if you notice, this girl's in a bubble. Do you see her? Sorry, I keep doing that. She's in a bubble. So she's got a protective bubble around her. And a lot of times when we go into the workplace, it can be hectic and it can be stressful, And what you want to do is you want to ground yourself before you get to work. Any way that you can do that. Maybe you've got crystals that help you stay grounded. Maybe you meditate. Maybe you prepare yourself, but you need to stay grounded, and you need to kind of just like have this energetic bubble around you where you don't let any of the bullshit in, so that you can stay grounded and protect your vibrational frequency. Because a lot of times in business, when we are working with multiple people, people are stressed, whether you're working with patients outside of the office or you're working with your co-workers. Things can be super hectic, and things can get out of hand real quick, and they can get stressed. And what you want to do is when people come at you with their stress and try to project it onto you in the workplace, you want to kind of just like stay grounded, stay earthed, and know that you've got, and kind of imagine that bullshit bubble around you that's deflecting everything. And so you can react to them and respond to them. I'm sorry, not react to them. Scratch that. Don't react, because you'll react the same way. So you need to respond to them in the vibrational frequency that you want to receive back. So for instance, if somebody comes at you and they're super stressed about something and they're taking it out on you, you just want to, respond in a more chill vibe, because that's what you want back, And even if they don't give it back to you, honestly, the main goal is to stay true to your vibrational frequency. You want to maintain your vibe. That is your high emotional state in the presence of somebody that's in that lower vibe of stress and worry and agitation, okay? So it's really important that you do that, and you can do that by energetically. You can even imagine a bubble around you, but honestly, you need to take steps to keep yourself grounded in those situations. Super important. Anyway, the people cannot stand it when they're stressed out and you don't react back in a stressful way. And a lot of times, if you don't give them what they're putting out, they're forced to then relax and raise their vibration. Okay? So hopefully my disc is not full and I can get through this last sentence. I may have to stop this video for a second and switch out my disc. But okay, so this is inner attunement over outer attainment. This is making sure that you are in alignment. This is inner mastery of yourself, like we're talking about, like holding your vibration. This is picking a job that is in alignment with your true values and your authenticity of the place that you want to work with and the kind of people that you want to work with. And you want to choose, this is about choosing a job that aligns with your vision and what you want. I picked a job one time and I really feel it was a really great learning experience. That's how terrible it was. I learned so much at that job. But it wasn't long into that job that I realized that it was not aligned with my values and what I wanted out of a workplace. And so I put in my 2 weeks notice and I left. I had enough education there to know that I was not a match for the boss there, and I was a match for the people that worked there, but I wasn't a match for how the business was ran. There was a lot. I definitely wasn't a match for the high level of toxicity that I was exposed to. Never worked in a workplace like that before. Super, super toxic people. I'm okay. Usually there's always one in every office, but not like the boss. Okay. So the boss, I just couldn't deal with. I had to go. But, anyway, so make sure that your career is in alignment with your values and what you want, and not something that just feeds the ego, with this, which is this outer attainment. I don't care how much money it is. If it's toxic and you can't stand it and you're not happy, it don't matter how much money that you get from that. Leave. It is never going to bring you any happiness. It's just going to bring you money. Okay. Don't choose jobs that feed the ego, that make you feel puffed up because you got a label or a title, or yes, that you make a certain amount of money. Money's great. I love money, but I'm not going to work in a place that is super high toxic, high stress, because my body can't take that. I'm a little empathic, so I know myself, and I know that I don't align with that type of atmosphere. Hey guys, sorry my disk space did run out, so I had to stop the video, but I did say everything I wanted to say. So I don't feel like I have to keep embellishing on what I was saying at the end of that. So we're going to move along to group number 2, which was the love and relationship reading. Now, I shuffled your cards earlier today, and these are what popped out. Once again, I'm always surprised of what pops out, and the first one that popped out was the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands, she knows what she wants in life, and she'll go after it. You know, she knows who she is as a person. She's sensitive, she's faithful, she's loyal, and she's got goals, and she's going to go after them, and she's going to do whatever it takes to meet them. She's super confident. You know, when she walks into a room, people look, okay? And so this doesn't have to be a feminine energy, a feminine person, a male or female. This is just a feminine energy, and all males and females have both feminine and masculine energies, okay? And so this is just someone that is that knows what they're doing. They know what they want in life, and they got goals, and they're driven. They're persistent, sexy. This type of person, or this is and you don't even have to be this type of person. This is just the energy that you're embodying right now in your relationships and in your love life, just in general. Okay, so this is just the vibe that you're putting off and that you're in this current moment as the energy rests. Now, you may not feel like this tomorrow, but this is how you're feeling now, okay? Now, if you're single, you're like putting yourself out there, or even if you're not single, let's just go general. Let me keep it general. So you're putting yourself out there. You're meeting new people. You're being a little social, because she is a social butterfly. She's not introverted or anything. She's not like to herself. She's making connections. She's not really looking for love. So maybe you're not really out there looking for love. Maybe you're already married. Maybe you have someone, or maybe you're single and you're just not interested. So she's out there making connections, or he is out there making connections, just having fun. And this type of energy is very attractive, okay? People flock to people like this. So you're very magnetic in this energy. So people are going to flock to you because they want some of that energy. They want some of what you got. You know, you're charismatic. You've got a lot of enthusiasm about something right now, and that makes people feel good. And so that's why people want to be around you. And you know, you're just out there enjoying life. So this being in this energy, your authentic full self, high vibe, is going to attract your soul tribe. So you may be attracting your soul tribe at this time. This is people who see you. They see you being authentic. They see you putting yourself out there. They see you're like 100 and you're not ashamed of yourself, and they want and you will attract like people to you that give off that same vibe. Okay, so maybe you're attracting new friends into your life, or you're attracting new people into your life right now. You're very present. Let's see. Yeah, you're making deep connections, and yeah, there's no expectations in the relationship. You're just wanting to have fun, you know? Or you've started to realize that you deserve better in your relationship, okay? And that you deserve respect, and that you are of high value, and you want someone who's more deserving of your time and attention, maybe something like that. So yeah, this is a really good energy to be in general. And like I said, this energy may not stay with you, and it's not geared towards male or female. If I say she a lot, it's because I like to embody this energy all the time, and I'm a woman, and so sometimes it's hard for me to say dude all the time. But yeah, this goes for guys too. You can be sexy and vibrant and outgoing and charismatic as well. I don't know why I keep saying that, but anyway, to further go along, this is the protection card right here. You got this one next. Oh, let me try that again. Let me let it focus, and I'll try again. There we go. So the protection card, you see it's got all these people, and they're putting their arms up. And this is calling you to set some boundaries, because when you are in this energy, and like I said, people will flock to you and they want to have a part of that. They want a piece of that. You're going to have to set up some boundaries, because unawares to the people who are attracted to you, they don't know that they're getting energy from you. So you can feel drained. Okay, so you want to build up some boundaries around people. And you want to make sure that you are protecting your energy, okay? Also, with this, let me think. So you want to protect your energy, and it says call back your power and cut the cords, soul retrieval. Now this could have to do with this could do with breakups. This would go well with breakups. So people who break up and they were in love at one time can feel very, very strong, a very strong magnetic pull towards that person once they are broke up and they're no longer in their life. Okay, and so that can cause a lot of heartbreak, and a lot of sadness. So, what you want to do is like cut the cords, and you can do this by, creating boundaries, but energetically, that's not going to work. So you can block people on Facebook all you want. You can, not talk to people all you want, but you can still feel the energetic cord that's drawing you to that person. If I can talk today. It seems like every day I can't talk, but it's fine. But so there are like cord cutting meditations that you can do where you can visualize a cord in between your heart and their heart, or your sacral chakra and their sacral chakra, wherever you're feeling the dense heartbreak in, and you can visualize that there's a cord in between you two, and you can visualize cutting it. But you want to do this in a good way. Like you want to do it in a way that is loving. And so you see the cord detached. This may be weird for some people, but this is just how I do it. You can see the cord break apart from you two. And what you want to do is envision that cord going back into their heart or sacral chakra, whichever one it came from, and healing up with love and maybe some pink light. And then you look down at yourself and you see your cord going back up into your body, and you can heal it, and it's all pink and beautiful and healed up. And you can see them floating away. This is all visualization. This is what I'll meditate and think about when I do things like that. And a lot of times you can break that energetic cord. Sometimes you can reattach the cord and you have to like do it again. But that's what I like to do. But it brings your power back. So take your power back from anybody, any energetic vampires who are draining your energy. A lot of times these vampires do not know they're doing this, and do not get upset with them. Some people know they're draining your life energy. Some people don't. So make sure you're cutting the cords and you're taking your power back from people. A lot of times people will suck you dry energetically and physically and mentally. So take it back in love and in relationship. Okay. Now let's go on to the next card that popped out. And this is surrender to the sweetness. Surrender to the sweetness. Yes, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Sorry. Now, this Venus energy in Roman mythology is all about love and beauty. So you want to get out in nature and see the beauty of nature and enjoy the beauty of nature with you and your loved one, or you and your loved ones, maybe children, whatever. Okay, this is a time that you really want to focus on the beauty and love in your relationships. And you can do that by going out. Like in this card, they're in this like lush pool right here on lily pads. This is a super magical card right here. But they're enjoying themselves and they're basking and having fun in the moment. All work, no play made Jack a dull boy, right? We can't just work all the time. We have to like spend some time having fun, doing things that replenish our energy because they've been drained during the week. So you want to fully immerse yourself in joy, in pleasure, in things that bring you joy and pleasure. And you want to make love to life. And what do you do when you make love? You fully immerse yourself in the moment. And you make eye contact. And you just like really are super present in the now. That is this now moment that is in front of you. You're experiencing the pleasure and the fullness of the moment, and you're just enjoying yourself. And that's what this card is calling you to do, to enjoy yourself in your relationships, to be present, be in the moment, and you're on the verge of a miracle. Now, what is a miracle? A miracle is something that we think is never going to happen, something that would never happen in a million years, and that isn't grounded in reality. And it's almost magical, like a magic trick, when miracles happen. But this says that you're on the verge of that if you do the things that we talked about right here with the energy and the having fun. And you're on the verge of a miracle. Some magic is going to happen in your love and relationship life. You'll start seeing, relationships show up that you thought would never show up. I'll never find a match. I'll never find my soul tribe. And then they'll start popping up, and it'll be like a miracle. So I feel like you have something magical coming towards you in love and relationship. But that's it for the relationship portion and love portion. Let's move on to group 3, which is spirituality. Okay, group 3, we are here with your cards that popped out for your spirituality reading. Now, this has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with woo-woo crystals, nothing like that. You would be surprised how wide of a definition spirituality teachings are or has underneath it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, when your cards were popping out, you guys did get an extra card, so you guys are lucky. So I just decided to keep it, and that we would just go with that. I'm always surprised with what pops out. I know I said this about the other 2 groups, but your first tarot card that popped out really surprised me for the spiritual read. I just can't. I don't expect some of these things to pop out, but this is the 7 of Cups, and you see the clouds around these cups. This is like your vision, your wishes, okay? These are like your wishes. This is your life vision. These are your dreams. And then inside of it, this is all the things that you can choose from, okay? And so in here, I'm going to get closer. In here, you've got these snakes and dragons, and you got some shiny objects. I'm going to come back again and let it... There we go. So see, you have the shiny objects right there, the cup full of pearls. And this is about all the choices that you can make in life, okay? This is about making choices that are in alignment with your vision, with your dreams and your wishes, okay? A lot of times we'll just go through life making choices and not really seeing if they measure up with our values and what we want out of life and our vision, okay? So, sometimes, and I'm guilty of this, I've been guilty of this, we will go through life and we will pick the shiny objects, which is, if you look in the cup, it's got all these jewels in it, these red jewels and stuff, and sometimes we'll pick the shiny thing that's getting our attention, okay? But we have to be careful of shiny things, because sometimes they're not in alignment with what we need or want, or what we have in our vision and our dreams. And they're just distractions. And then you have to look out for those dragons over there too. They'll burn up all your energy. And those snakes, they'll just tell you ugly lies about how you can't have that in life and you can't do this. But yeah, there's other things in there. But these other choices are in alignment with what is going to create that vision that you want. So this is about making choices and taking the proper actions that do align with your vision, with your dreams, and with your desires, okay? And stop making choices that are just fleeting in the moment and things like that. And the way you do these choices, if you have a vision written down on paper and what you want out of life, it's really easy to make choices that are in alignment with that. And that's what I do. I teach people how to do that. If you go to my website, I'll link it below. I do have an option where I can align one part of your life, and then we have another option where you can align other parts of your life. And what you do is we do go through these steps, and I help you align all of those so that you're able to make the proper choices and take the proper actions in a proper manner that will get you your vision. And stop making these unaligned choices of following the shiny objects and listening to the snakes and having people burn up your energy. And so when you're making these choices, the main way that I do this of course, I follow my alignment. I follow my list of everything that I want out of a relationship or out of life or business. But there's some times where you can't do just the list. You have to go within and listen to your intuition and follow that guidance. Okay, some people call this gut instinct, intuition, but it's you follow with how you feel. Okay, you go with the thing that feels most in alignment with what you want in the future, not what you want in the moment. Okay, so what you want in the moment, it usually feeds the ego, and it's not. That's usually the ego saying, I want this now. I don't want to look at the bigger picture and pick that choice. That's going to get me closer to my vision. So, but the intuition will speak to you, and you have to know how to follow your heart too. So it's intuition, heart. I don't know if they're the same. I just try to think about what feels best, but you have to be careful. Sometimes we make comfortable choices, okay? And these comfortable choices do not promote growth. They keep us stuck and they keep us in our comfort zone. Now, if you're going to make your dreams, aspirations, and your vision come true in life, you're going to have to experience a little discomfort and a little fear, or a lot of discomfort and a lot of fear, because that's the only way that you're going to get the vision. That the vision is actually going to come into your reality. It's going to be a lot of unknowns, a lot of things that you don't know how they're going to pan out, and you have to be willing to take that risk. But if you listen to your guidance, your intuition inside of you, that it's unexplainable how you know this. You just know, okay? It's just like an inner knowing of which step you need to take. Now, a lot of times people will let fear, which is the ego, dictate their decision making. And so you don't want to do that. A lot of times people can say, I'm picking this because it feels good. Or are you, and really what they're doing, they're picking it because it feels comfortable and they don't have to grow and they don't have to change anything, okay? So you want to make sure you're not making choices from a place of fear, which is the ego, but from a place of love, which is using your heart, using your intuition, and kind of really going on what you know. You want in life, and that's spirituality, people. Alignment, making choices that are in alignment. I know you thought it was like this woo-woo thing, but it isn't. Okay, then the next card that popped out was the Akasha. Okay, you are being divinely guided. My monitor cut off. Y'all, I don't know, I've tried to put this on a timer so it doesn't cut off, but it doesn't listen. So you are being divinely guided, okay? I'll fix that timer eventually. I know I will. But you're being divinely guided right now, okay? When you get this card, you are usually living during a very important time in your journey. You have reached a mark that is very, very important in your life, and you're right where you need to be, okay? This is confirmation. And this is letting you know to keep doing what you're doing, even though, well, not doing what you're doing, but just know that right where you're at right this moment, you're supposed to be here, you're here, okay? Make sure you're making those aligned choices to move forward. Don't keep moving forward, but just know that you're right on your journey of where you're supposed to be. Now, you do have to make the aligned choices to make sure that you align with the proper timeline that's going to get you your vision to make it come into your reality, is what I'm trying to say. But use this card as confirmation that you're right where you're supposed to be. If you're confused and think you're on the wrong path, you're not on the wrong path. There are no wrong paths. There are only paths and experiences, and you're on it, okay? But a good way that I like to use to make sure that I'm in alignment with this, and I'm high vibe, and I'm doing what I need to do, in alignment with my vision, is I will watch the clock, and I'll watch for synchronicities. I don't really watch it, actually. You'll just notice it. It's almost like the clock will, like, somehow you'll look at the clock and it'll say 11:11, or it'll say 2:22, or 3:33, or 1:11. It'll say all these numbers in a row. You'll be driving down the road and you'll see a license plate that says 444. You'll see a road exit that says 222. And I use those as confirmation that I'm making aligned choices. I'm on the right track. I'm on the right path. And you can do the same. Even mailboxes, sometimes I'll see them and they'll say 666, which is not a bad number, y'all. Look it up. It's 666 angel number. Is not what you think it means. But yeah, so know that you're divinely guided by something. Look, y'all, there's something outside of us that is guiding us. I'm just going to say that, and I don't care if you don't agree with that. That's just what I think. But the next card that popped out was don't dim your light to fit in, or don't dim to fit in. Okay? So, right here it's got three women, and she's trying to dim her light. She doesn't want to show her authentic self. But this is the best card ever, because a lot of times when we're in that energy that we were talking about earlier, which is the we were talking about the Queen of Wands in the career reading, the career and finance reading. When you're in that confident energy and you're fully embodying that, like, fierce diva or devo, I don't know what's the male version, like, attitude, and you're fully confident, and you're sexy, and you got it, and you know what you want in life, and you're going out and get it. A lot of people want you to dim your light. They don't want to, they can't handle your authenticity. They can't handle your light shining so bright. So maybe she's not dimming her light. Maybe other people are blinded by your light. And that's okay. We don't have to dim ourselves down to make other people feel comfortable, okay? So don't do that. Fully embody who you are as a person. Fully live who you are authentically. Show it out into the world. Shine it out into the world. How are you going to attract your soul tribe into your life and people that match you? And how are people going to get to know you if they don't know who your authentic self is? But this encourages you not to dim your light in order to fit in, okay? The people who are meant for you will be for you, and the people who are not will fall away the more you show yourself. I know this from experience. So don't dim to fit in. And trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on, and time is not running out. A lot of times I know that we'll feel that time is running out as we get older, and it's really not. You can always start something new in life. In business, you can start a new fun project. You can even start over in life, in relationships, in anything. You can just start over. But this goes along with the Akasha and how you're being divinely guided. There is some timing that's going on that you don't know about. This card says, trust the wave you came in on, okay? So you came in on a wave into this world, okay? And there's other people on waves, okay? But sometimes we want to jump off our wave because we see their waves moving a little faster and we're going to do it their way. Don't jump off your wave. Their wave is going to end up on a different side of the beach while you're supposed to be headed in this direction. So make sure that you stay on your wave and you ride your wave. No matter how fast it speeds up and no matter how slow it gets, you stay on your wave. Don't jump to somebody else's wave. That's their wave. That's their journey. That's going to go to their destination. This is your wave, your journey. You're going over here, okay? And so you want to make sure that you're riding your wave. And don't forget that waves, thing about waves is they ebb and they flow. So you may take 2 steps forward one day and feel like you took 3 steps back the other day. But you've got to trust the timing, because I think Alan Watts said, what did he say? He said, your function in the universe, you as a person, you are a function in the universe the same way the wave is a function, is a part of the ocean. Hold on, I wrote it down. You're a function of what the whole universe is doing in the same way that a wave is a function of what the whole ocean is doing, okay? So just like you are part of this universe and it's got, and you're part of it and it's got a plan, in the ocean, you're the wave inside of this vast ocean that's doing different things in different areas that you don't know about, and it's weaving stuff. There's different timing that's going on. And so just trust the timing and trust that it's not too late, okay, to start anything, or that you're going too slow, or that you should be farther along. Things like that. I hope I didn't jumble that up. I hope y'all got what I'm trying to say. Okay. And you know what? We all just want to be seen and heard. No exceptions. So all people want in life is to be seen and to be heard, really seen, really heard, honestly heard, listened to, and they want to be understood. you know. And when you can really see somebody for what they're doing, see who they are, and you can hear and really hear what they're saying, and you can really try to understand and put yourself in that person's shoes, and that person knows and sees that you're doing that and they feel it, that is when a person actually feels like they came into existence. You know, there's nothing worse than being ignored by someone, misunderstood by someone, or told to shut up. You know, when people don't listen to you and they tell you to shut up, they don't want you to speak, they don't want to hear you, that can make you feel invisible, that can make you feel unloved, not valued, things like that. So you have to remember that we all just want to be seen and heard, and so practice that. In the movie Avatar, there is a quote where the blue people, they have this quote, and the girl says to the boy, "I see you." And when she says "I see you," she means I see the love, I see your feelings, and you mean everything to me. Okay? So when you really see people, you're bringing them into existence that way. You're actually, you know, making them not feel invisible. You're making them feel seen all of a sudden. Okay? So we kind of want to practice that with other people, and we'll start seeing that projected back to us. So if you feel like you're not being seen, if you feel like you're not being heard or understood, why don't you try really seeing the person in front of you next time you're speaking? Really listen to what they're saying, and really listen with the intent to understand and not the intent to argue or try to get them over to your side. This is when you really bring a person into existence and they can see that you're doing that, and then you will show people that that's how you really see someone, and they'll see you back that way. And even if that person doesn't see you back, the universe is going to send somebody that's really going to say, "Oh, I see you, I see what you're doing." So always do that. Do that on social media with people in their small business. Share their stuff out, like it, comment. You know, when somebody's doing something, you see them making changes in life, and they're spiritual. This is spiritual. It is very. These are very spiritual lessons. Authenticity is a very spiritual lesson. Living in alignment is a very spiritual lesson. Really seeing people is a really spiritual lesson. So if people are wondering what spirituality is, that's all it is. Okay. So that's all I have for you guys for the spirituality portion, and I will see you guys over at the health and wellness portion next. Okay, guys, welcome into the last group where we're going to talk about your health and well-being. Y'all did get some extra cards too, so did group 3, so that's cool. These are the cards that popped out for your reading, and we're going to start with your tarot card, which is the King of Pentacles. Also, super surprising that this came up in your health and wellness reading. You would think that the Pentacles you would have thought that this would come up in the business reading, because let me tell you about this dude right here. This dude knows how to create wealth and abundance, okay? You see all of his fancy clothes he has on, the castle in the background. He's got a coin in his hand. This dude knows how to create wealth and abundance. He has a tried and true tested plan that he follows every time that always brings in the money. Okay, so I found it super interesting that this came up. So I'm thinking maybe there's somebody out there who is trying to start a business in the health and wellness section. Okay, so maybe you're trying to start a business and you have a routine like the king does of how to make money, but you have a routine of how to make people healthy and make people well and make people fit. So maybe you are in the nutrition industry and you help people clean up their food and lose weight, or maybe you are you work out and you have this plan that you know helps people lose weight and helps people gain muscle, and so you have that tried and true plan that you have that you know is going to bring in this abundance, something along that lines, and that's how you're going to help other people. Or maybe this is you wanting to get healthy and wanting to start a workout program, or wanting to start eating and following a different program. And in this case, this could be that you're going to pay somebody to help you do that. Okay, you're going to hire somebody that has a plan, that it's proven, they know what they're doing. It's not going to be a waste of money. You're going to hire some sort of coach, okay, some sort of personal trainer, some nutritionist, oh my Lord, nutritionist to help you with your eating plan. But for me, this seems like this person is wanting to get healthy. So this is someone who is dedicated to their health and fitness, okay? And if this is somebody that's already fit and that's already looking fine, this is a good card that tells you to keep doing what you're doing, keep following that workout routine because it's working, you're looking hot, keep eating what you're eating because you're nourishing your body and it's looking good, girl or man. And yeah, this talks about just following that tried and true tested routine that you've been doing. Keep to it. If you fell off, it's telling you to get back on. Okay, that was working. Let's get back to what was working. Okay, and if you're still doing it, it just means to keep coming up, keep doing it, and trust your path. Trust that you do know what you're doing. Trust that routine, that workout routine that you've been doing. Okay, trust your path. And it says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Well, if you're trying to work out and get healthy, then you would hire a coach, or you would get a gym membership or something like that, or you would hire a personal trainer and you would, have a routine and you would start doing it. But this is going to encourage you to follow your path. And you know what? On this path to fitness and health, it is very important that you do workouts and eat foods that light you up. And I'm not talking, okay, about the foods, I'll get to that, but I'm talking about doing workout routines that make you happy and that you actually enjoy. I used to run miles and miles and miles. I would run 9 miles one day, 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles any given day. It was super hard, super stressful. I used to think it was beneficial to me, but then I just all of a sudden this year just stopped running. I was like, I'm not running no more. It's too stressful. It causes stress in my body and I didn't like it. So I started walking instead. And so I walked 3 miles, honey, and I'm telling you, I saw more results from walking 3 miles than I did running 3 miles any day. And it lit me up and I was enjoying it, and it's something I don't dread doing. I'm like, oh, I get to go for a walk, raise the roof, let's go, puppy dog, because I take my puppy dog with me. But yeah, make sure you're choosing things that light you up, like yoga. Maybe you like yoga, maybe you like going on walks, maybe you like lifting weights. I still lift weights and I'll do those things. Sometimes they don't bring me joy, but that's that tried and true, that trusted path that I know works and I know it's going to give me results. So I still do that. And trust your path. Trust that you know what you're doing here. Trust that path. Trust that routine. Okay. Trust eating the foods that light you up. Okay, let's talk about this. I like to eat foods that raise my vibration. And I know people really don't know that this works, but honestly, when you're eating stuff that is greasy and heavy and a lot of meat, a lot of dead meat, it kind of makes you feel a little inside, a little heavy, a little down. And I noticed that when I add more live foods into my body, such as fruits and vegetables and nuts and just whole foods and less processed foods and fish and chicken, that I feel, and sometimes I can't even eat chicken. I can feel my vibrational frequency dip down when I eat chicken. I'm telling you, if you experiment with this, you will feel it. But I feel more alive and energetic when I eat live foods, I should say. And I feel just more clean. I feel light. I feel just so uplifted. And so you might want to experiment with that and see if that has the same effect on you. I know it will. It does me. And so eat things that light you up. If mashed potatoes and fried chicken light you up, don't eat that. It's not going to work. You can have that, once a week. You can't have that every day. Okay, the next one you got was weight. Okay, I want y'all to see that again. Hold on. Wait. She's just waiting, floating up in the universe. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. So this is a card that is giving you permission to slow down. to slow down and to rest. Okay, so we're getting off the health and fitness and we're going into rest and relaxation. Okay, we're gonna chill the stress down, we're gonna chill the vibe down. Okay, this is telling you to let things even out emotionally and physically. If you've been going through a lot of stuff, this is calling you to let the dust settle and let things even out. You may have a lot going on that you feel like a lot of fires that need to be put out. Things aren't going right. You're not living in alignment with your goals, and you see there's a lot of stuff that's out of alignment. You do not have to fix that all in one time. Okay, there's nothing that says that you have to have your life figured out in a week. There's nothing that says that you have to have your life figured out in a few months or even a year. But just, methodically chop at it as you go. But you need to have these moments of stillness, these moments of waiting. And you got to have patience and trust that things are working behind the scenes, even when it looks like they're not. Okay, so things are being woven that you can't see, and things are happening for you on a different timeline than what you would think they need to be accomplished at. So you may want something, the stress to stop right now. I want the stress of this to stop right now, but you can't, because there's other reasons as to why this is happening to you. Because this stress that is happening to you right now is happening for you to teach you something. Okay, for example, there's things that are being woven that you don't understand. The relationship that's like out of whack right now and y'all are on the rocks, there's lessons in that. And those lessons have to be learned or they will be repeated. So this just encourages you to kind of chill out on the drama, chill out when you're stressed, let the dust settle on issues. Just chill and let things be. Bring your stress levels down. We don't need all these ups and downs and emotions, just chill. Just let things be and wait. Okay, this is an encouragement to alleviate the stress in your life, minimize the stress in your life. A lot of the way you can do this is when you wait, you're just like letting go. You're just like letting it go, knowing that there's some reason why this is happening to you and that there is a lesson in it, and you need to extract that lesson before you can move on. Okay, things are being woven. Remember that. And this is so perfect. I didn't pick these cards, y'all. Y'all know that. Interrupt anxiety with gratitude. So that can bring in a lot of anxiety waiting like that. It's hard for people to relax and not stress out sometimes. But you have to know that when you feel anxious and you feel these worrisome thoughts come up, you can interrupt them. When you start worrying about all this stuff that's out of whack, you can start thinking about, hey, instead of worrying about all the stuff that ain't working, let me start thinking, because worrying is just thinking. Let me change this thought into something that I'm grateful for and what is working. I'm grateful that I got a $150 check in the mail today. Hey, there you go. That's gratitude. You can say, I'm grateful for the car I drive. I'm grateful that I even have a car that cranks up. There's all kinds of things that are going right in your life. Hey, my kids are healthy. I'm healthy. Things are going good in my life. Anytime that you have a thought that tells you or that causes anxiety in your heart, just take that thought, flip it on its head, like we talked about in group 1, and, start being grateful for the things that are working out in your life. A lot of times, the only thing that creates your anxiety is that you're focused on the wrong things. Shift your focus onto things that are working. You don't have to think about that. That's what people don't realize. They got so much power. They don't have to worry about the stuff. They don't have to worry about anything. They can sit there and just worry about or think about all the things that are going good in your life, and you'd be amazed at how that raises your vibrational frequency, and it makes life so much easier. And after logic, meditate. Meditation, y'all. I'm going to skip the logic part because we use logic all day long. We're using our brains all day long. We need to meditate. We need to take time out to rest our mind, to clean out the clutter in there. We need to learn our mind. And the way you do this is through meditation. I have a 7-day meditation on my YouTube channel that you can do. Start on day 1. It'll teach you everything I know about how I mastered my mind and how I healed myself from anxiety. I'm not going to say healed totally, because anxiety is just an emotion. that you feel. It's just a state of being. And I still feel it from time to time, just like you feel happiness from time to time, just like you feel enjoyment, just like you feel jealousy. They're just moods, okay? They're just states of being. But you can learn how to control those states of being by controlling your thoughts, and you can create a higher vibe when you know which thoughts to focus on. It's amazing. It's like magic. I promise you it is. You should try it. And then the last card that popped out for your health and well-being is to love and evolve. Love and evolve. Love and evolve. Now, make all your decisions from a place of love, because when you're making decisions from a place of love, you are not causing stress in your body. You're not creating bad karma. So you're not creating things that you're going to have to negative situations that you're going to have to deal with in the future. When you make decisions from a place of love, all you're doing is creating good karma. You know, that is like sowing good seeds. If you believe in reap what you sow, karma is the same thing. If you believe in do unto others as you'd have them do unto you, this is the same concept with karma. It's just called karma. It's a different word, but it works the same way. But put out love into the universe. You're going to get love back, okay? So in order to keep your stress levels down in life, in order to attract that good karma, to get back the good karma, you're going to have to give out the good karma. And the way you do that is you do that through making choices from a place of love. You choose to show love to a person who is showing fear to you. You choose to show love to a person who is being ugly to you. You choose to do the right thing even when your enemies are not doing the right thing to you. This will give you so much peace. Knowing that you've done your best, knowing that you've given your love 100% will make you feel so satisfied within with yourself. You're never going to have to fear, did I do enough? Was I good enough? You know you were. You did everything from a place of love. And when you do this, you grow, you evolve. You love evolve. So when you love, you grow. Anytime there's a situation you want to be ugly, just love. Show more love, and then you'll grow. Every time you don't show love, you do not grow. You attract that bad karma into your life. You know, you're going to mirror whatever you put out, you're going to get mirrored back to you in your reality, in some form or fashion. So we want to grow. So the more you love, the more you evolve. Okay? This will lessen the stress in your life if you do all these things. You'll get healthier if you hire that coach or hire that personal trainer, or if you start that workout plan. Make time for rest. You don't have to put out all your fires. This is a really healthy way to live. Let the dust settle. Let the dust settle on some things, okay? Chill out. Raise your vibe. And y'all have a good day.